Hey everyone! Well, I just wanted to come out and share a beautiful night with you. A tad windy, and maybe you can hear the wind, and the dogs are seeing some kind of critter up there, so I got my flashlight just in case. Just scared away because the noisy one over there um, will definitely wake up the whole neighborhood. So, there's nothing fancy about my videos. I've got some really cool plants that are a lot of first time stuff for me, and herbs, and a rose bush that like totally took off. I had no idea, and a new plant and an old plant that'll still make it. Believe it or not, a whole bunch of gladiolas are still coming up, and lilies. And I remember when all of this was bulbs and things I had never done before. And again, I got bulbs and things I've never done before, and they all moved around. So there's no order to anything. But it just all happened. There was a flood, remember? And just as in the days of Noah. And it was right after I planted, and everything moved. Okay, so then I noticed what was coming up, and I had to identify them. Okay, you have to dig for the truth, right? So you can take that into synopsis. I always like relate things because, um, hey, I'm just an old lady with two cute little dogs and a little bit of, okay, a lot of hope and faith in my voice and encouragement in my tongue. As I do want to encourage you because his story is this is it for sure. And I'm his story because there's nothing that I can do without him and nothing that I've done without him. I totally walk by faith, literally. And a few gladiolas, I thought that was so cute. And some more coming up, so I don't dare put anything else in there. I put the tomatoes in there and they're spewing. All right, we'll see how it goes. I sure do have to cut this with a double plant or something, or pinch it back like a whole lot, and oregano and take it inside. So, there's nothing fancy about this. You've got this beautiful sky to look at in Texas, and it's definitely spring has sprung in. Or, in other words, gee, the trees are green with all that rain we had, even the freeze. We've had bugs and butterflies and bees and hornets already starting to make some nests, as well as, oh my, just amazing things happening, and birds of all kinds that I haven't seen before are returning, and they all remember Debbie's bed and breakfast. And this is joy, okay? And it's occupying because we're in waiting mode. All right, so, for the news of the day, I could say it's imminent, first of all. Second of all, you've got to realize that, after the meetings of the mind this week and how everybody was focusing on that, you have to understand what the scriptures say. And if you read Psalms 83 and Micah and check out videos that I've left anyways. There's a few things that I've done and shared to help you see what's going on in the world and the truth of it. I put the work behind it because I believe you got to dig for the truth and confirm and confirm and confirm. And that happened just amazingly. God is amazing. Um, so, in which case, you dig for it, and my goodness, anyways, there's a lot of things I could say about the digging part. All right, so we're looking for the truth, and the deal with Hamas is they've promised to return so many alive and so many, not so, within, for you know, definitely trying to say, in 30 to 40 days of a ceasefire, which only gives them time to rebuild. So think about those things, right? And that's all they're doing, because who knows if they're telling the truth about it, right? And if this will happen, or if there is that many, that would be another thing. And if they will be by then. Okay, so I don't like to get into that part, right? So then we've got the other group, which met in Washington, D.C. this week, and they met in separate rooms, The Omar doesn't meet face to face with anybody in the White House in D.C. Okay, I'm laughing out of nervousness. But in either case, um, they promised to go and think about it. So they're coming back next Saturday. Right, so in either case, they're saying, give us some time. Oh, they already have them, y'all. That just tells you how close we are. That's all we should be needing to know, because of the fact that our eyes are on Jesus, Israel. Okay, Israel is the key. This is the time of Jacob's trouble, Israel, right? And before the child is born, which would be Israel, right? And God intervenes in Zechariah 12 because of what's happening. Um, before the serpent tries to devour her, and she's taken out of the way, or not called to wrath, many will be gone in the moment, in the twinkling of an eye. In which case, there will be a great revival after we leave. Honest, people will believe in Jesus. They'll see, they'll know. Things will happen. It'll be amazing time, and many will come to Christ. But the age of grace will be over. It won't be a free gift anymore. They'll have to run to the hills for it. And I don't want to keep preaching about it, but it's pretty bad. In other words, I'm saying you won't find fancy here, but you'll find real life, and a Molly and a Dora, out here just enjoying this, and birds during the day, and squirrels, and a life that's blessed to be alive for a time just like this. Wow. So I do want to tell you that I love y'all so very much, and for those of you who do so, drop by to see me. That'd be great. That is great. And I pray that you have liked and shared and subscribed, as we are on the road to the rapture, because it's imminent at any moment. This is like people are asking for peace, for time to prepare themselves, and it's bad against good, right? That's the whole thing. And Jesus wins. We already know that. And we're taken out of the way before it happens. So I believe the Word, and I believe Jesus, and I believe it's imminent at any moment, in the twinkling of an eye. We are to encourage each other with these words in 1 Thessalonians 4:14 through 18. Oh, keep looking up, everyone, because Jesus is coming.